Hey guys, what's up? Acrylic here for another video. I have missed you guys so much. We are doing I guess I'm trying to make a new kind of movie review, because here's the deal. I'm already doing this after I recorded my first attempt at retelling the entirety of a movie. I don't think that is fair, because here's the deal. I'm not gonna physically remember everything. I've seen the movie twice in theaters. I will not physically remember everything. But here's the deal. I'm going to give you guys beginning of the video. I'm going to give it my rating straight at the gate. I'm going to explain my reasoning without any spoilers. Number 2, I'm going to warn you that at that point, I will be doing a non-spoiler free highlight of my favorite parts of the movie. And I will explain them in detail. And then 3, I will tie it all up in a nice bow. And then we can all go on our own way. And if you guys like that, give me a like and smash the subscribe button, please. Because out of everything I do, I am lower on YouTube than I am on anything else. And I would really appreciate it. And I'm going to make some more videos, not just about movies, but about things I want to talk about and things that I feel like deserve to be talked about. So let's get right into it. Non-spoiler free review, rate right out the gate. But here's what I'm going to say to you guys, okay? I can't be completely transparent with this. The first time, and I want to give a big disclaimer. My feelings towards the movie were personally affected because of a friend who shall remain nameless, okay? But this guy is in a group chat with me. I know it's hard to believe that Acrylic has friends, but we do. I do. So this guy is in our group chat. Says just went and saw a Doctor Strange movie. He works third shift, so he sees it really early in the morning while we're at work. He goes, it was kind of mid, 6 out of 10. Ah, shit. As soon as I saw that, my expectations dropped. Okay, so now my expectations are like right about here. Okay, so I saw that. Wasn't very happy. Also, I wasn't very happy that he said that, because it's like, well, now I already paid for the ticket. I'm going into a movie where I may not like it. You don't want to do that. You want to be verified in your purchases, no matter what it is, no matter how big, how small. You watch reviews after you buy a product, just so you feel like I made a good choice. You don't want to waste your time. So I went into the theater, and I already had kind of medium expectations. And this movie beat all of them, to my surprise. I'm gonna rank this probably a 7 out of 10. I was feeling pretty good about it the night of. I gave it an 8 out of 10 just with my friends, but I feel like I was a little too fast-paced on giving it that high of a rating. There are problems with the movie. Do not get me wrong. Those are real issues. But what I want to let everyone know is that these are not going to be as good as Spider-Man No Way Home. You can't. That was a masterpiece. That was beautiful. I love that movie. Probably one of my favorite movies. I probably beat Endgame as far as like if we're just talking about like movies in the MCU. Not my favorite movie in the world, but like in the MCU. If you're ranking on that, that is one of my favorites. So going onward from that point, spoiler free. I think this movie has a lot of good action. I think that as a moviegoer myself, I also like to be challenged a little bit. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean that I like to go to a movie that asks me deep philosophical questions all the time? No, I do not. That gets annoying if you use it too much. But there were a couple times in this movie where they asked me good questions. It didn't make me think too hard about things, but it made me take a step back. And in a positive way, I may add. But it asked the questions like, what happens when we dream? Are you truly happy? Like stuff where you're sitting there and you're like, even though, hey, it would be cool to be a superhero. Why wouldn't it be? Everyone wants to be a superhero. But would you be happy? Would you be in a normal relationship? Would you never not be in the public eye? And, those are all very valid questions. And some people that have those powers in the MCU have decided it is not worth it to try and have a relationship. And that's just what it is. But say, look no farther than No Way Home. Each Spider-Man had their relationship. Some worked out. Some never tried dating again. It's all different. Everyone has a different opinion on that, and they are all entitled to it. But that's where a lot of this goes. So I think there's like 3 big questions. What happens when you dream? Are you happy? And how far will you go for the things you love? I think that is very, if I could just summarize with no spoilers, I think that is a very deep, it's pretty deep stuff, but like, it's not like a thing that's in the movie to make you feel bad about you. It's a thing to ask yourself. And I think it's a very interesting topic. So I like that. Okay. So you guys have watched that. You guys have watched this far in the movie. Ha! You guys have watched this far in the video. This is where the trailer footage and the spoiler-free section is done. I'm warning you right now, if you have not seen this movie, I think that it is worth a watch. Okay? I think that you were justified in spending that $9 at the movie theater to go see it, or wait until it comes out on Disney Plus. Go for it. It's a good watch. I personally enjoyed it. It was pretty good. It had a lot of action, and it had some pretty serious themes through it. So I really did enjoy it. Spoiler over. Okay, or spoiler-free version over. So, highlight reel. Okay? The transformation of Doctor Strange from the suit to his battle clothes, I think is pretty cool. The last time I felt that like happy about a fight about to start is when Iron Man pulled out the drawstrings of his hoodie and nanobots just swarmed his body, and they were making armor, and they were making the Iron Man suit. And because you knew that this guy was staying up so late at night trying to figure out a way to just minimize Thanos as much as he could. That kind of coolness. And this was done like that, but through magic. So it was super cool to see. Just the initial dive bomb off the building, the cape and everything, just that, and then just whoosh, and you're in your magic robes and stuff. I think that stuff is pretty cool. Another cool thing right before that, the turning of water into wine. At this point, Doctor Strange made a joke about him having the powers of a god, or God himself. That's pretty fair. Like, he is a very powerful foe. His mind is sharp. He can conjure up and do all sorts of crazy shit. And I think he's up there, man. He's pretty good. But then he asks himself, is he happy? He's at the wedding of his colleague, Dr. Christine. And used to be a lover. And the groom is a huge fan of Doctor Strange. And even at the wedding, he's getting basically talked down to by a colleague, another doctor of his, about how, oh, is there really any other way that you could have saved us? Is there really anything else you could have done? And he's sitting there and he goes, there's nothing else I could have done. And then this guy is such an asshole. He goes, well, at least you didn't get the girl in the end as well, too, right? Because she was already getting married at that moment. And it makes him kind of realize, like, even though he saved the world, he didn't save his relationship. And I think that is, God, that is such a Sam Raimi thing to do as a director, isn't it? I think that is. He loves the struggle of hero and love life, man. This dude is a fiend for that, and I think he really captures that original Tobey Maguire energy when they had that happen. I really do. So we're gonna fast forward a little bit, because if I had to talk about this entire movie, this video would be an hour and a half long, and nope, my voice would be dead, and I have to stream tomorrow, which, shameless plug, 7:30 tomorrow. I'm streaming Tuesday and Thursdays Central Standard Time on this YouTube channel. Come check it out. Come say hi. We're doing some FPS games. I think I'm gonna be changing it up though. I'm gonna be changing up my stream schedule, so I'm gonna be playing something different tomorrow, but I have to do that after I'm done shooting this video. Anyway, so getting this out of the way, we go ahead and we do that. Shameless plug, but we go right into the fight with the monster. Super cool, action packed, really great. Find out that it wasn't a dream. Doctor Strange had a multiverse. He is there's a different one from a different universe. He is dead. That was pretty cool to see that was real. Now we're gonna go a lot farther. The revealing of the Illuminati. Actually, you know what? No, let's go dial it back a little bit. Realizing that Scarlet Witch is a villain. That moment hit in the theater, I freaked out. No one else did, because Scarlet Witch said America's name without knowing what her name was. And as soon as Doctor Strange stopped walking alongside her and just... that, for me, was so cool. I like that. I like that little, you just expose yourself thing. Like, you didn't mean to. It was an honest mistake. But because of that mistake and the way that it was played out, seriously, I think that was so cool to do it like that, because it's not often that you see. Usually you get to the end of the movie, okay? Marvel usually has this thing where it'll be the end of the movie and you'll see like another villain or the villain getting introduced or a villain's brother or whatever. Like you'll see stuff like that, or like the Thanos thing. Like you see towards the end, you'll see that. But never really up until now has it been so in your face that, okay, this trailer made you think that they were recruiting her. The trailers made you think that Scarlet Witch will be a friend, an ally, an asset to the team to help figure out what is hunting this girl. Well, she's the one sending the monsters. And you're picking a fight with Scarlet Witch. God have mercy on your soul. Because all of my comic book friends have been telling me since Infinity War that she is the most powerful. Like, legally in the comic book universe, she's the most powerful. She's gonna have her heyday. She's gonna have her day in the sun, if you will. And everyone was so excited about it. And it never came. It never came. She squared off against Thanos, did a pretty good job, but it never really came. It came. It came hard. But perverted jokes aside, everyone knows what I'm about to talk about. Now, in a different universe that they traveled to, which is America Chavez, it's a comic book character. For those of you that, I mean, if you have watched, you have watched. If you're watching ahead just because you just like me talking about a movie, then that's on you. America Chavez teleported them to a different dimension. A little bit of a backstory there. But skipping ahead, they have a different version of the Illuminati, and it's not this evil, shadowy organization. It is super powered individuals trying to keep the status quo of order. So they really did like a good PR thing, because like obviously in our universe, like the Illuminati is supposed to be like this evil, shadowy organization and they're out to get you, but like these guys are just, they kind of got like security robots, and it's the dude leading the Fantastic Four, which, by the way, Jim from The Office, Like it's literally John. It's John Krasinski. Now, when I saw him like teleport into the room as the trial was going on, my friend next to me just blew up. And I'm gonna get grilled for saying this, but I really don't care too much for The Office. I saw all the highlight reels. Like I saw like the YouTube like highlight reels and stuff. Never watched all the shows. And the reason I tell people that is because to this day, when people go, "Oh, well, do you remember this joke? Like this joke was super funny." It's like, yes, I saw that in the highlight reel. Like if you can condense 7 seasons down to 48 minutes of YouTube video and I can watch it in one sitting, get all the jokes, and then all my friends tell me about the jokes, I'm not gonna watch the show. I'm sorry. But like, you know, so I get it. But I get it's funny, but I just don't have the time for it, man. I'm sorry. So going into, I'm already gonna get lambasted in the comments for that alone. Full disclosure, absolute full disclosure. So John Krasinski, Professor Charles Xavier's here. That's awesome. We got Lashana Lynch as Captain Marvel. Very nice. I know a lot of my comic book friends were telling me that Captain Marvel will eventually be a black woman just by a series of events, but in the multiverse, they already just kind of hit on that note, which is very good because that tells me that the writing staff for the MCU has read their own comics, which is very nice. You'll love to see it. Captain Carter. Now we finally got to play around with that idea, and I think it's a pretty cool idea. And then we had Aaron Anson Mount as Black Bolt. Holy shit. Now, you guys already know where I'm going with this, but this is the third question of the film. Okay? Now, first one, what do your dreams really mean? Are you happy? How far would you go? And how far would someone with all the motherly instincts in the world, how far would that person go to get back to their kids? Turns out, first degree murder. They're gonna catch some bodies because right from the start, the Illuminati, as a task force, after the security robots are destroyed and the Illuminati HQ is breached because Wanda is possessing another Wanda from a different universe and is acting through her to get to America. As that is going on, the Illuminati task force squares off with Wanda. Now here's a dumb thing that they do. They brag to her. They say that one word from Black Bolt's mouth is just gonna send her into basically atoms. It's gonna shred her like lettuce. And she specializes in magic. And she looks at them and then she goes, "What mouth?" And it shows his eyes, like a T frame of like it's cut off, and the camera zooms out, and he don't have a mouth anymore. Now, this is the wild part. If you are Black Bolt, and you know that you have this super powerful scream, why would you scream? So you watch as he screams, and I really this is my favorite part of the movie. The scream blows the skin. So there's nothing here. This is just skin. But you watch this, he goes, and he goes, what? And it just goes, and then he just falls over. I'm like, do you know how powerful that had to have been? He literally Kurt Cobained himself with his own voice. Which, by the way, that is very metal. That's pretty crazy to do. And going from that was the most savage like takeout I've ever seen. And I'm really happy that Marvel is not shying away from this. Like, this is dark. Like, keep going, Sam Raimi. Like, just do all of them. Just do all the Marvel movies, because I like your dark twist on it. Captain Carter throws the vibranium shield at Scarlet Witch, and Scarlet Witch catches it telepathically with her powers. Okay, winds her body kind of like halfway back, throws it back at her. It hits a stone statue. At first, you think it's a miss. At first, you think she's throwing the shield away because you don't want Captain America or Captain Carter, in this case, to grab a hold of that shield because they become a pain in the ass with it. So, the camera pans straight to Captain Carter's eyes, and they have a look of shock on them. And then her body falls into two because she is not just decapitated, but her torso, like her stomach, she's cut in half, my guy. She's cut in half. Holy crap. Jim from The Office is basically put through a magical black hole and turns into spaghetti and his head explodes. Or string cheese. I compared it to string cheese in the movie theater. Dude became string cheese and his head went. It was amazing. It was wow. Captain Marvel wasn't exactly like a crazy death for me personally. Basically hit a podium, statue kind of like got a little shaky, and then Scarlet Witch saw the shake and was like, all right, bet, and then pulled the statue down. And then very, what's the word I'm looking for? Very thematically, I guess I should say, you saw like the hand of Captain Marvel's glove and stuff, and it's just presumed that Captain Marvel is dead. I think they could have done a little more with that. Captain Marvel is literally basically like a intergalactic like nuclear reactor. There's so much energy inside of Captain Marvel. I think that if this person ever did die, that energy would have to find a way out somehow, and it would have to be released. I feel like there would be an explosion or something if Captain Marvel ever did die, but that's neither here nor there. It's still done pretty well. It's just more of a director's take that might have been a little different. You know what? Charles Xavier, I will say this is probably the most saddest death in the fight, because Charles was trying to help, and he is so true to the X-Men, to the character that used to head up the X-Men. He only ever wants to help. He wants to see your gifts do good for the world. He wants to see you be good for the world. And he tries to help Wanda, and he can sense in her mind that she is being possessed. And she is getting crushed under the rubble in her mind. So they both go to the place in her mind, the giant borderless white room, and there's just a pile of rubble in there, and she's stuck, and he's trying to give her a hand and get her out. And you can see this red mist coming, and it's a theme. It's not even her herself, it's the theme of her, and it's getting closer to the rubble. It's getting closer to it, and then she is behind him and just snaps his neck. And that was more of the sadder ones, because the guy was just trying to help. Now that to me personally is a little sad, because you got someone that lets down their defenses. They're just trying to help, and then you kill them. Because if you help Wanda, you would lose control of that body. You couldn't dream walk, and the mission's over. So everyone got taken out. And it's not like I just knocked them out with my magic. I killed 4 people. 5 people. Hold on one second. Let me double check here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yep. Never mind. So yeah. But you killed all those people, and I think the most savage line was what she said to to Reed Richards, where you thought that Scarlet Witch was asking like, oh, you don't understand my pain, what it is to lose a parent. And then yes, Reed Richards, well, is your wife still alive? Like, in a way that well, then if your wife's still alive, you don't understand my pain, I thought is where she was going to go with it. This lady, after hearing that his wife is alive, goes and says, oh good, there'll be someone else to raise your children. and kills him. Holy shit. That's cold, man. That's cold-hearted. But it's that unhingedness. Like, this woman will go to the ends of the earth. And the reason she wants America's power so bad is because infinite worlds where she can pull a vaccine for a disease in their universe. There's no sickness. She can have her children live out a full life with her. And she's not trying to live forever, but she's trying to make it so that even if she gets everything that she wants and she gets her children, she doesn't want to get her children and then a year later they get sick and die. She wants to have them for their entire lifespan, and until they die of natural causes. So there's nothing like evil about it, but she wants to be able to help her kids. That's why she wants that power to traverse universes herself. Going straight from that to the so basically Doctor Strange is stuck, okay, in a different universe. He finds a more evil version of himself in what is a destabilized zone. What a destabilized zone is basically, it is a world where two realities are meeting, okay, and it basically winds up being it's kind of a cluster problem for who wins, and sometimes both of the realities lose and they both cease to exist. But as that's going on, you find that he has used dark magic, the dark book, the dark grimoire, whatever the name is for that. His fingertips are black. That is a movie cue to let you know that an individual has used dark magic, or they are what is called beyond saving. That's what their Doctor Strange used to beat Thanos, and then they killed Doctor Strange for using dark magic to beat Thanos. So they have a talk. This is where that second question comes in. Are you happy? And this Doctor Strange knows ours very well, and he understands that because he didn't get the girl, that it also means he's not happy. And they both have that talk where he said, I have the power of a god, but I'm not happy. And because of the choices I've had to make, because I had this power, I'm not allowed to be happy. And he hates it. So he wanted to make a trade. Give me the Dr. Christine in this that universe that you came in with, because she's outside of my house, and I'll give you that dark grimoire. Otherwise, no. Well, they ended up fighting. Our Doctor Strange ends up winning, and then he ends up using it. Now he uses it to possess the body in the universe that is ours. He possesses the dead body. And boy, did the special effects team have a field day with this one. They literally had demons. You know what it looked like? It looked like the demons from Ghost Rider back in the day, like the Nicolas Cage one. And they were trying to pull Doctor Strange away. He was trying to go to the evil temple for Wanda and for the Scarlet Witch. He was trying to find, trying to just physically get to them. God, the special effects were so good, you guys, because eventually he ends up harnessing them. He makes the demons work for them and work for him. And even though Wanda is a very powerful witch, demons are a damn good distraction. And they kind of almost overpower her for a little bit. Like, they almost, they're enough of they're throwing that many spirits at them that it's almost a distraction. Eventually, they try to seal her in. Doesn't work. And this is the point where America steps up to the plate and goes, hey, I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of my powers anymore. and she's actually able to have a combat effectiveness with her punches. I don't know how, and I don't know. Honestly, you guys, it looks like the force of the punches is magnified a little bit. Otherwise, it doesn't really change much. Honestly, doesn't really change a whole hell of a lot, but it's kind of cool to see. So after that goes down, that happens. The movie kind of slows down after you see Wanda taking the temple down, so that no more grimoires could be made. And Wanda, throughout every other multiverse, destroyed all the grimoires and destroyed the temples, so that there is no more dark magic. It is off the board as far as a movie plot is concerned, which is pretty cool. The Wanda, the Scarlet Witch from our universe, is considered dead. She went down with the temple. That does not mean that Scarlet Witch is gone as a hero. That just means that for now she might be taking a break as an actor. That also means that, multiverses. America is still alive. She can definitely bring back Scarlet Witch. Who knows? Maybe now that there's an understanding, maybe she can come back and fight if there's a new Thanos level threat threatening the world. All in all, the movie, and I'm giving a very, very brief summary. I would like to add that for you guys. Very brief summary. But I would also like to say I am very happy with this movie. This movie did not disappoint. The comedic timing was pretty good. There was a couple jokes. But here's the deal. You watch an action movie, you don't watch it for the jokes, you watch it for the action. Very good on that front. Very good on the plot. Pacing was pretty good. I think my 7 out of 10 rating holds up pretty well. It didn't do everything right. There were times where it seemed a little slow. There were a couple of jump scares, which I did like. Guys, even if it is a Marvel movie and you're trying to make it appeal to the most common denominator as a fan, I love the fact that you guys put in jump scares. You guys are trying new stuff. I appreciate that. The mind's eye thing with Doctor Strange, little unseemly. You can tell that the special effects, the computer generated effects, is just a little weird. It doesn't quite look right sometimes. Just the way that the post-credit scene was definitely strange. No offense, or no pun intended. That, and then the cut to the guy stop beating his ass, that was kind of funny. But other than that, a very solid display by Marvel. Very, very cool thing. And I think that was a really quick and comprehensive, and granted, I mean, it's going to be like a 33-minute video, a very quick and comprehensive video of Doctor Strange 2 and the Multiverse of Madness. I've heard people call it Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, or people call it just Doctor Strange 2. It goes by a couple different names, but I think all in all, we should be happy with this movie, and this movie is a celebration of a lot of years of just build up in a good way. I've been waiting for this movie for a while. I'm very happy to be making a video on it, and let me know how I did in the comments below, guys. Definitely like the video, give it a follow, share it with your friends, all that fun stuff, and I will see you guys when I'm wanting to talk about another topic, or I'm wanting to do another movie review. Thank you guys so much, and have a great rest of your day. See ya.